Sheri and our amazing staff have more than overcome the challenges that this year and really the entirety of COVID brought. And I really can't wait to see what they do in the next year. In starting my first term this year as board president, I looked back on how much we've really expanded, not just our geographic reach, but our services and our programming since I started on the board over 5 years ago when we were still the career wardrobe. I'm super excited to see where the next year and beyond brings us. With that, I would usually turn it back over to you, Sheri, although I'm not sure if it's going to be you or we're going to move along.
Thank you so much, Nina, and thanks for taking over this year as president too. And I have to give props. Melissa Hurd, who's on our call, is a past president, immediate past president, and she and I became like best friends during the pandemic, meeting in parking lots to get things signed so we could open new bank accounts, so we could get emergency funding from the government at the beginning of COVID. It was a thing, people. Like, I'm glad we're at the, wherever we are now and can look back. I am so proud of this team we have compiled, not only the board members who have been given everything to us over the last couple of years to keep us going, but also our staff. I still get asked a lot about why we are just the wardrobe and no longer calling ourselves career wardrobe. And it's really because we shifted our mission over the last several years to do what I call combat clothing insecurity. And it's always been at the core of our mission that we are providing clothing, which is an essential need for people. If you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if you remember back to psych class, it's food, clothing, and shelter. And without those things, you cannot move forward and live a comfortable, sustained, independent life. And so being clothing insecure can mean you don't have the right clothes. So you're going on a job interview or you need to start a job and you don't have money to purchase a suit to look good, or a uniform to start your first day of job, or non-slip shoes if you're going to be in food service. Those are real barriers for people who are living at or around the poverty line. But clothing insecurity can also mean that you have nothing to wear. And that's really where we focus throughout the pandemic, is expanding our services to people who just need everyday clothing. So you're going to hear tonight about our Returning Wardrobe program, which is for formerly justice-involved citizens, folks who are coming out of prison or have had contact with criminal justice system. And similar to people who are in recovery for substance abuse, have been homeless, or are fleeing domestic violence or trauma in their lives, they are going into, maybe a new home or a new apartment that has nothing hanging in its closet, and we can fill that closet for them. A couple months ago, or I guess about a month ago, sorry, I'm aging ourselves already, we did a great one-day event for Afghan refugees where we saw over 150 refugees, newcomers to our community, and their entire families, and outfitted them, and that was really great. I'm going to stop talking and introduce you to the amazing Al Sharrock, our program director, who's been my ally here.
That's really sweet. Hi, everybody. My name is Al. I use they, them, theirs pronouns. I am the program director of the wardrobe. I've been with the wardrobe for a little, I guess, 2.5 years at this point, which feels wild because a good amount of those years we were in a pandemic. And I remember just being really struck when I even interviewed for this team, how forward thinking and busy everyone was, really trying to make sure that we met the needs of our community. I've worked in nonprofits all my career, which I am pretty young, so I'll talk to you again in 50 years when I've worked in nonprofits for that long too. But I remember interviewing for this job and being like, wow, everything changes at the wardrobe pretty frequently, and it's not for no reason. It's because we are responding to the needs of the community, and that's the place that I want to be.